business on display. My bongo whipped it up. Oh my god, dip my rim today so you can ride out to the honeycomb hide out. I'm gonna show you how to wild out like Jack Tripper. Let me be YKK on your zipper like a lizard. When
the Wizards are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Earlier this season, it was Chicago coming away with the loss in this matchup against the Washington Wizards. No one near him. Good. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Durant in the corner. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Back to Giddey. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Here's Boozer. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Buzelis. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Koulibaly. Off target with his 3. Now the Bulls with it, trailing by 2. That gives them the lead. Johnson's got 5.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
A 3 ball. Giddey Betty, no good. Boozer wide open. He fired. Bangs home the trifecta.
For 3.
He's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Durant, no good.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Here's Chicago. Buzelis with the ball. Kicks it out to Johnson. Takes a 3. And Sarr pulls it down.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
It's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And I love the patience of Durant, and then the quick decision when he sees something.
Stolen by Durant. At the top of the key, Buzelis. Washington with the rebound. Pass to Sarr. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Now Buzelis. Nothing on the board. And Boozer with the block. And they'll keep possession. Here's Buzelis. And another miss by Chicago.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Substitution for the board.
And here is Johnson. He's got 7. Misses from close range.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And Sarr throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Koulibaly with it. Defended by Giddey.
2 minutes.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Bulls on D.
For the Bulls.
Trailing by 2.
Swing.
A 3. Collins grabs the miss.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
.137 left in the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Sarr. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Sarr's got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Collins. DiVincenzo with it. Clock at 6. Outside White. And again, no good by Chicago.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And so White will bring it up to the Bulls. 4-point game. Outside Kuminga. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Washington. Wizard substitution. Number 1.
Washington leading now by 4. The kick out to Booster. There's the try. And Boozer throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's DiVincenzo. Still without a basket. They could use a bucket. And that does it for the first quarter. Wizards lead by 6. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
16.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Bulls trail by 6. Outside, White. Drills the three-pointer. White's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Back to Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Bulls. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Floats it up for Kuminga. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. To the left wing. Back to Wallace. Here's Carrington. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a roof. That was impressive.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Outside, Kuminga. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. It's Collins with the drive. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
The Wizards with the lead. Now here's Wallace. Still scoreless. Here's Bagley. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
Buzelis' shot is good.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Wallace looking for an opening. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Misses in close. Giddey goes in. Pass to White. Now Buzelis. Goes back up. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Fires the three. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddy's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Well, the defense gave that away.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Buzelis, no one around him. And the Bulls, another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Song. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Bulls leading by 4. Back to KD. Gets a hand on it. And Johnson is right there. Johnson's got 9.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
First team foul.
Wizards trailed by 6. Pass to Bagley. Koulibaly with it. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. And Sarr throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Oh my. I mean, that nearly brought the backboard down with that slam.
Well, don't you think, Ray, that's always a possibility when he's the one to finish?
No doubt.
Well, that's what poor defense will get you. They deserve to get dunked on there.
KD, so efficient in there.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
1:05 left in the first half. Wide open look. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. There's the triple. And it's Carrington missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Giddy with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Misses from short range. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Washington. They trail by 6. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
From deep three-point land, and nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. Now DiVincenzo. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first half. Bulls out front. They're up by 8. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Wizards trailed by 8. Johnson with the rebound.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Right out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Buzelis. 12 points for him. From outside the arc, Durant, money from deep.
both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And always hovering around the 50-40-90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Buzelis. Kicks it out to Johnson. Driving inside. Rebound, Washington.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Boozer. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Boozer's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And the Bulls making a change here.
First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. From deep three-point territory, Buzelis grabs the board.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Boozer. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. Outside, White. Drives to the hoop. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. White's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. It's stolen by White. Inside. Deflects the pass. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Washington. Pass to Boozer. Lets the three fly. Chicago grabs the miss. And here is Giddey. At the top of the key, Buzelis. Shoots from the baseline. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, the Hall of Fame. David, thank you. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu, who was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And the Bulls with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough openings to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Now here's Kuminga. Back to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Out of hand on it. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And Washington making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
1:39 left in the third quarter. Just 2 to shoot. Kuminga, no good. And the Wizards with possession. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. And again, Washington with the triple.
For 3.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Pass to Carrington. Spins. Scores off the spin. Carrington's got 5.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Boozer. Out to Wallace. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Here's Carrington. Makes it off the glass. He has 7.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Now here's White. 7 points in the game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Pass to Kuminga. Back to DiVincenzo. Collins, that's a 2-pointer. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Bulls lead by 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
52.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The Bulls leading by 8. Johnson outside. Boozer with the rebound.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunity.
And the flick of a switch going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Wallace misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Stolen by Boozer. Here's Carrington. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Pass to DiVincenzo. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And the Bulls lead by 11.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Nice work to get it inside and drop contact.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Durant with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
The Wizards working the ball around now.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. to Giddey. Over to the wing. Pocket 6. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Giddey. Outside for Durant. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Rebounded by the Wizards.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Into the lane. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
He takes advantage of him in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the Wizards making a change here.
Timeout.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Buzelis with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. Rebound, Washington. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
There's the screen. Johnson attacking. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Outside for KD. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. KD's got 7 now in this quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Fires away from outside. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards trail by 9. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. From deep three-point land. That shot off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Sarr. Another one falls for Washington.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And he lobs it toward the rim.
Oh, that was nice. That's the number one thing on his mind every time he touches it.
GA with the D right there on him. Still ran hard to the rim.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Durant. Here's Giddey. And count it from 19 feet away. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
At the line for the Wizards,
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
He's off on that one. And the Wizards with possession. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They're leading by 8. And Boozer with the block.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Giddy with it. So it's Chicago winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Las carteles, fanáticos con mi nombre, los carteles, me muevo como lo que tú quieres, guagua blinda pa' brindar, de mi pauta esta se quieren guindar, si por mi instinto me dejo llevar, pues les doy bulería a los David Bisbal, escúchame bien, yo no tengo rival, tú podrás rimar pero no suena igual, es mantenerse, no es solo llegar, tanto dinero que piensan que es ilegal, a la hora cero en la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla, nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan, cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan, subiendo de level como Sandal Saya, en las olimpiadas con todas las medallas, van a extrañarme el día que me vaya, todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla, no tengo que decir de dónde soy, todo esto lo saben ya, no sé si hay guerra o es solo un rumor, vamos pa' la calle a ver si es verdad, tengo fe, sé que pronto mi Dios vendrá, mientras tanto la tierra la haré temblar, y firme con él yo por dentro estoy, por eso ninguno me detendrá, ahora tengo el récord limpio y par de campeonatos, pero antes trabajaba hasta limpieza y ornato, quieren copiar el flow pero les cambio el formato, correa desde arriba, ve como yo lo el respeto de los veteranos desde novatos, procura que en mi zona tú no seas no grato, porque hasta de día están sonando los, me respetan y los capos, a la hora cero en la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla, nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan, cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan, subiendo de level como Sandal Saya, en las olimpiadas con todas las medallas, van a extrañarme el día que me vaya, todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Young Kings, baby. Santurce. PR.
I watch the moon all the time thinking about you. I watched the moon tonight and it was red. I wanna live together till we dead.
Hey man, take it easy on these Wizards, man. It's my second week on the game, man. Sing Claxton. I'm gonna have to mess around and Bring one of Sarah Boozer off the bench if Bagley don't get his shit together.
Did she just say Robo Rider? That's Levi's Zord. Maybe we could stop it from being evil if we had a Zord Star. Not gonna happen. Levi's not here.
Dang. Sengun can't shit at all no more.
Either that Zord or us. Robo Red, let's fend off that Zord. Take this. Robo Red Zord. Lead tax.
And
We're gonna need a new Zord to take Robo Red's place. I know just the one. Astro Zorstar, lock in! Astro Ninja Steel Megazord, combine in just minutes! Nice shot! Astro Ninja Steel Megazord, ready!
Yeah, man. Grabbing my Ravens, man.
Let's go!
Yes, sir. I really wanted to get another receiver, though. Which drafts the kicker? It's over for Tucker. It's over for Tucker. I hope Taz plays some more this year, then. Yup, ain't no answer. He better than Nelson, though.
With an interconference game today, 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony.
Got another linebacker.
We've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. You look at Houston.
And the start of a brief homestand for them, and they have a chance, Kevin, to get some wins in front of the home fans before they get back out on the road.
RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world.
What?
They certainly have.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ballgame. Boozer wide open, he fires. Gets a very good look and converts.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
To the inside. Out to Smith. Wide open. And that
By any means necessary, do not leave him.
This is right in Smith's wheelhouse, catching fire.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Sarr throws it down.
I don't know, he lobbed that like he wanted it stolen.
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Knocks down the three ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Beyond the arc. Rebound by Smith.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
No good from the wing. To the wing right side. Out to the right wing. Here's Sarr. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Second free throw, no good. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Koulibaly, no good. Thompson looking for an opening. In the corner, it's Whitmore. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it up. And Smith puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Wizards. One-on-one here. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Bangs home the trifecta.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Whitmore. Houston moving it around. In the corner, Smith with it. Jacks up a 3. It's good from long range. Smith's got 5 now.
Right back at you, Smith, with that picture-perfect stroke.
Throws it up high. And Sarr throws it down.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Lets the 3 fly. Boozer with the rebound. Washington trailing. Driving in. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And look at hanging in the air, double pumped, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. So it's the Wizards now, following the miss by Jabari Smith from deep. Thompson, high post, hasn't made one yet. And stolen by Sarr. Here's Boozer. Here's the teardrop. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Boozer hits them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
From past the arc. And Sarr pulls it down. And the Wizards with possession. Screen by Boozer. From the top of the key. Thompson with the rebound.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Pass to Whitmore. And stolen by Sarr. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:58 left to play in the first. Sarr with it. Puts up a deep 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Out left to the wing. Boozer with it. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. To the left wing. And a wide open look for Sarr. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Houston in the lead. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Pass to Coulibaly. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Tries the spin move. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. change here. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
From deep, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Koulibaly. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Rockets on top, leading by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center.
17.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Green. And it's Green with the jam.
One of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
Back to Boozer. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
You are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Washington.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
On defense, the Rockets. Outside, Boozer. A floater.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things. And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter. This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Here's Koulibaly. Oh, wow.
Yes!
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Checking in for the Wizards, Jonas Valanciunas.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The three. It's hauled in by Perry. Wizards trailed by 12. Count that bucket. Perry's got his first basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's up a three. Washington with the rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Fires for three. Kicks it out to Ariza. 6 to shoot. Tries again. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Carrington missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Checking in for the Wizards, number 35, Marvin Bagley.
And it's Ariza with the ball for Houston. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Basket, good. Ariza's got 7 points here in this quarter. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Houston.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Houston, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Free throw drops for Ariza. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the player.
How about the athleticism from Valanciunas? Pours on the gas to ensure the finish in transition.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Wallace. Rockets with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Doesn't go that time.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And stolen by Şengün. It's picked off. And now in transition is Wallace. Here we go. And another miss by Washington. Rockets leading by 15. Takes the 3. Ariza no look.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Bagley. Valanciunas inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
And with how he can operate on the block and shoot it, Valanciunas is a tough matchup for most centers.
And it's Houston's ball. 13-point lead. Here's Ariza. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed. Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
From downtown, Washington with the rebound. 23 seconds left in the first half. Launches a 3. That one, no good. Houston leading by 12. The tray. Ariza with another miss. From deep three-point land. The shot, no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Rockets lead by 12. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And the Rockets with possession here. A 12-point game. Six on the shot clock. Floats one. Fires the three. That one's not going to go. Wizards trailed by 12. Puts up a deep three. Doesn't go for him.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Nifty move. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. Three-pointer, and Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got his third basket of the night.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first four shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up. Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Wizards trailed by 12. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
It's Thompson off the drive, and he can't jam it through. Knocks it loose. Shoots the three. Hands it from downtown. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Claxton. Rockets leading by 15. The three. And another three for Houston. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Launches it. Here's Boozer, and Boozer throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Claxton. So the wing on the left. Pass to Whitmore. Fires the three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
To the left side wing. Here's Koulibaly. The wing jumper off target.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Now Whitmore Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
The Wizards with another miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Wizards trailed by 19. For three. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
No problem knocking that one down. He's got 6.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
So it's the Wizards now. On the wing, Koulibaly. That shot off. Good defense by Claxton. Shoots it. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Houston needs to get a shot up. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Wizards trailed by 16. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Sarr throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's Thompson. He's got 8.
Wizards.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Rockets leading by 15. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. To the right side. To the paint. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Second personal foul.
Here's Wallace. He has 5.
Checking in for the Wizards. Number 17.
Outside, Bagley. Back to Wallace. It's deflected, and he gets it back. 1 second left. Oh, throws the buzzer-beating dunk. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after the... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 17. Here's Carrington. And the 3 off target. Green left side. A 3-ball. Ariza with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 20.
Nice unselfish play by Green, taking the time to get another guy a better shot.
Down low. Valanciunas, good.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Here's Ariza. It's Ariza on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Houston foul. Number 51. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Carrington. He gets that one.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Ariza. Rebound, Washington.